We're on? Yeah. All right. Welcome everyone to Art with Liz on this, what has turned into a beautiful sunny morning, not predicted here in Hoboken, New Jersey. And I'm delighted to thank the Hoboken Public Library for allowing us to have these Art with Liz classes at home and here in the beautiful space at Hoboken Library. You can watch us on YouTube and also on Zoom. There are many people here attending in the privacy of their own lovely home studios. Today, we are finishing up celebrating National Poetry Month here on the Eastern Seaboard of the United States. And we are revisiting an artist that we've talked about before, spoken of before. His name is Romare Bearden. And I've chosen Romare Bearden because he was a writer. And I'm not reading his work today, but I'm reading a poet. At the end of our slideshow about his work, I'm going to be reading a poet who is associated with a group of artists that he worked with during his lifetime. Her name is Gwendolyn Brooks. Both she and Romare Bearden were African-American artists. And we're going to be talking more about that during the slideshow of Mr. Bearden's work. So here we go. We are going to start, as always, by looking at Mr. Bearden's work. My dream, my wish, my hope, as always, is that Mr. Bearden's work is going to prime your creative pump and give you ideas for work that you might want to create in your work today in this class. And those of you who are eager to spell his name, I'm going to leave this up for 1 second. The title page, if you wish to write it down. He was born March 12, 1988. He was an artist, author, and songwriter. He worked in many types of media, including cartoons, oils, and collage. And for those of you who may not know, oh, this is interesting. Folks at home, can you see the share? Why am I not seeing the library or the view of the attendees? You do? Okay. Someone is trying to get in, Laura. Okay, good. So this image is very much emblematic of Mr. Bearden's later works. He came to collage not late in his career, but his early work was more abstract and it was more about painting. We're going to find out more about that as I continue talking during the slideshow. He was born in Charlotte, North Carolina, but grew up in New York City and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He went to New York University and graduated from there in 1935. He started his career making scenes of the American South, but later, after he came back from serving in the Army during World War II on the European front, he decided he wanted to start creating images of African American life because he felt that that's what was lacking in the world of art. He returned to Paris in 1950 after the war and studied art history and philosophy at the French University, the Sorbonne. His early work, again, focused on unity and cooperation within the African American community. And it was after a period during the 1950s when he painted more abstractly, that he started having this theme of unity reemerge in his collage work during the 1960s. The New York Times described Bearden as, quote, the nation's foremost collagist in his 1988 obituary. He became a founding member of a Harlem-based art group called Spiral, and this group was formed to discuss the responsibility of the African-American artist in the civil rights movement. He was the author or co-author of several books, and he also was a songwriter and co-wrote a piece of jazz music called Sea Breeze, which he recorded with the great jazz musician Billy Eckstine and the great jazz trumpeter Dizzy Gillespie. Throughout his life, he supported young and emerging artists, and he and his wife established the Bearden Foundation to continue this work. It's still going strong even after his death. In 1987, hi Daniel, there's a seat at the table back there. In 1987, he was awarded the National Medal of Arts. He, in his earlier life, he started out at Boston University, but then finished up at NYU. And at NYU, he studied art, education, science, and mathematics, and graduated with a degree in science and education in 1935. He actually, Eileen, you'll be interested, spent some time as a teacher. And throughout his life, on and off, he was a caseworker with the New York City Department of Social Work. And he supported himself and his family through his social work for many years. He was also almost a semi-professional baseball player. He was quite the athlete. In fact, Connie Mack, the owner of, I forget which baseball team, the Athletics, offered him a major league contract, but Connie Mack asked him to pass as white. Romare Bearden was light-skinned because he came from a mixed race background, but Bearden refused to pass as white and decided that baseball was not going to be part of his professional life going forward. He did continue playing in the summers with a team called the Boston Tigers and suffered an injury, and that was kind of like the final nail in the coffin of his athletic career, and he decided to put greater focus into his art. In his career as an artist, he began exploring his life experiences. As I mentioned a couple of times earlier, he often did scenes of his very early life in the American South. And he was also strongly influenced by the Mexican muralists, particularly Diego Rivera and Jose Clemente Orozco, two artists, those of you who are my veteran students, two artists whom we've spoken of before. He did join the army, the military, and served in Europe between 1942 and 1945, as I mentioned. After serving in the army, he was represented by a gallery, the Samuel Coutts Gallery in New York, that featured avant-garde art. And unfortunately, that relationship ended because he wasn't avant-garde enough. His work wasn't abstract enough, and they parted ways. And then in 1950, he went back to Europe to study at the Sorbonne, and he hung out with people like Picasso, a name you've heard of before. And Picasso was an influence on him. So, any thoughts or comments about his work? He loved picking these scenes of musicians. He loved music. As we mentioned, he created music himself. He studied a lot of European art. He also studied with a Chinese calligrapher whom he credited with introducing him to new ideas about space and composition. And he spent a lot of time studying Dutch artists, including Vermeer and Rembrandt. In 1960, he and his wife established a second home on the Caribbean island of St. Martin. And then in 1961, he joined another gallery, the Cordier and Ekstrom Gallery in New York City, which still represents his work. Again, he formed the Spiral Gallery in Harlem. He was a founding member. And that's when his collage work began in earnest. He began combining images cut from magazines and colored paper. And this was pretty revolutionary because magazines were just in their infancy. He would use things like not just the paper that he cut from magazines, but he would use colored paper. And then he would even work on the colored paper. He would use bleach. He would make texture on the magazine pictures, excuse me, with sandpaper. He would rub graphite on the paper and he would paint on top of the paper. He would also photostat the paper. They didn't have, excuse me, give me 1 minute, allergies going on. He would use the process called photostat, and he would copy images that he found in magazines and newspapers and cut them out as well. His collage techniques changed over the years, and he would use these photostats and blow them up and enlarge them, as well as other photographic images. He used silk screening and billboard pieces. He would go around the city and tear off pieces of billboard paper to create large collage on canvas and fiberboard. In 1971, the Museum of Modern Art held a retrospective exhibition of his work. He married Nanette Rohan, a 27-year-old dancer from Staten Island, and she later became an artist and critic. In 1954, they married. He died in New York City on March 12, 1988, due to complications from bone cancer. His early work suggests the importance of African Americans' unity and cooperation. And he struggled with two artistic sides of himself: his background as a student of literature and of artistic traditions, and being a Black human being. And here's a direct quote from him. And it's basically what I just said. As a student of literature and of artistic traditions, and being a Black human being involves very real experiences, figurative and concrete, which was at combat with the mid-20th century and, quote, exploration of abstraction. His frustration with abstraction won over as he himself described his paintings, focused as coming to a plateau, and Bearden then turned to a completely different medium, the collage, as very important, at a very important time for the country. He was trying to show how African American rights were moving forward, and his art became very socially conscious. That's pretty much it for his life. You can really see in this image his thoughts about African American life. The map of Africa, the scales of justice. I think that may be the Amistad, the ship at the bottom of the picture with an African American crew. The Amistad was a ship that was intended to transport slaves from Africa to the United States, and the slaves overtook the European slave owners, and they were able to take over the ship and win their freedom. Bearden said that he used collage because, quote, he felt that art portraying the lives of African Americans did not give full value to the individual. In doing so, he was able to combine abstract art with real images so that people of different cultures could grasp the subject matter of the African American culture. So this looks like one of his images of life in the South. It's much more rural, right, than some of the other pictures we were looking at. That's what I'm basing my guess on. And this is, I believe, a painting, not a collage. So it's probably one of his earlier works. This is also a painting. But he was most famous for his collage. Love the colors in this one. So this is one of his collage. One of the tricks with collage is notice that the image is not realistic, although you know it's two people. The papers that he cuts up are more about finding colors that work well together and less about trying to recreate things, although he puts shapes together to build form and things. Does that make sense? He does cut out the features of the face, but he puts them together in non-conventional ways. So the eyes aren't level. The arms might not be exactly in proportion. So things are a little off kilter in his work. They're a little more abstract, not realistic. And that's what happens when you do collage. It's more like creating a mosaic. It's not like painting when you can really recreate a realistic form. Beautiful use of red and green, I think, in this image. And it's interesting the way he can create perspective. I think the background, parts of the background has been painted, and then he collaged on top of the painted areas. So for example, the lavender ceiling, the red wall, I think those areas are painted. But I'm not positive. If you've ever had the opportunity to see Bearden's collage in person, he cut sometimes, not always, but when he cut the edges of his paper, he did it in such a way that you couldn't always see the edge. He did it so perfectly and precisely that sometimes you thought it was painted and not paper. And sometimes he ripped things and you were very aware of the fact that it was paper. Daisy.
Oh, I was just gonna say that this collage is kind of like reassuring in a way. The bigger figure seems to be reassuring the I'm guessing woman on the right, and then there's a, I presume, little boy watching as it's happening. So I don't know if that's what I got, but I really like that.
So this image definitely tells a story. And you found that reassuring?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yes. But nobody could do collage like this man, I have to say. Okay, I think we're almost at the end of the slideshow. There aren't that many images. So this is what he did quite a bit. He loved, these are made from photostats, but he loved slicing up faces and then re-gluing them in this very unusual, different way. You can see the influence of someone like Picasso in this piece. They look very much like Picasso, very much like African masks, traditional carvings from Africa, which I'm sure he must have been influenced by. But this is definitely collage. Another one of his jazz series. So I'm going to go through really quickly now because I want you guys to have time. He also used fabric in his collage work, not just paper, but sometimes fabric. And I love how he sometimes put solid shapes up against very patterned things as well. So they create beautiful negative, strong shapes against the patterns. And very surreal, kind of dreamlike imagery. Okay, so final image. Any last minute comments? All right, National Poetry Month. I'm going to quickly read this poem. It's very short by Gwendolyn Brooks, great African-American poet. It's called We Real Cool. The pool players, 7 at the Golden Shovel. We real cool. We left school. We lurk late. We strike straight. We sing sin. We thin gin. We jazz June. We die soon. It fits with this jazz series, I think, really well. All right, today, I want you to think faces. I want you to use collage as your technique. For those of you who are here, I brought in a mountain of magazines, some very current, including last week's New York Times Magazine section. There is liquid glue and there are glue sticks. There are scissors, probably not enough for each of you to have your own scissors, so we will have to share. There is white drawing paper. There are some drawing media, colored pencils, regular pencils, and soft pastels. I want you to think about the imagery where he cut up faces and re-glued them in interesting ways. I'm going to put up a picture on the big screen of one of those Bearden collage. You can try and copy one of those, or you can create your own facial collage. You can do one or more faces. Try and think joyous, though, in your facial imagery. Okay? Questions. You can, I don't know, if you brought in your own magazines, I think I did suggest that to those of you who read the email. I can't remember now. Those of you at home, use your own magazines. I don't know, catalogs, any kinds of flyers, junk mail flyers that you've received, whatever you have available to you, old photos that you want to get rid of. No questions? Maureen?
Do you have any copies of the poem?
I do not, but you can, I did email it to everyone.
Oh, okay. Do you know what's the name of it again?
It's either We Real Cool or The Pool Players 7 at the Golden Shovel. You can come look at this, Maureen. When I found it at the poetry website, the Poetry Foundation website, it says We Real Cool here, but then it says,
Oh, yeah, but
maybe this is the subtitle. Maybe this is the name of the book
yeah.
and this is the title of the book.
Okay, let me go copy that down. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Liz, quick question.
Margot.
What's the name of the art website you go to for your presentation?
For this particular one, I don't remember. So it could be a multiple website. Yeah, sorry for this one. I don't have the attribution for this one.
It doesn't have to be for
it could be a combination of Wikipedia and somewhere else.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh,
But I know it's not all Wikipedia. I combined two.
yeah, I wasn't meaning this particular one, just in general.
Oh, okay. What I basically do, here's my process. I Google the artist's name and then I search through whatever's available.
Okay. So there isn't one major site.
No, the Metropolitan Museum of Art has a wonderful catalog of, they had a solo exhibition of Bearden's work not too long ago. And in fact, I think I went with Heather or Ibu, I can't remember who. Did we go to that solo exhibition together of Bearden's?
So it's really crowded.
It's very crowded, but they had those mural size.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Okay.
So you could go to the Metropolitan Museum website and search for Bearden and see if they have the catalog online.
Okay.
Or you could go to Wikipedia. The thing with Wikipedia, though, if you really are a student of the artist's work, is you have to really look further because Wikipedia, you know, they don't always check their facts.
Right.
That's why we're lucky to have Heather here because she checks our facts for us. She's our resident art historian. And Lindsay's my fact checker too. Because I am not an art historian. I like art history, but I'm not an art historian. I pick art because I like the way it looks or feels for me. Or I like the artist's concept. I will say this, Bearden is someone I admire a lot. Highly trained, highly skilled, artist. I mean, there were other great collage artists, but he was the first American collage artist who really made the media sing, as far as I'm concerned. If you're interested in European collage, you want to look at people like Kurt Schwitters, Georges Braque, Picasso himself. Those are the great ones. Matisse. Nobody's listening to me now.
I'm listening.
I'm doing my old lady ramble.
I like your old lady ramble. Thank you.
Thank you. And those compliments are being recorded, the best kind. Thank you. I can replay them for Ibo when he's stuck on the plane with me for 8 hours. So if you stick with a theme when you do collage, it makes it easier. That's why I'm suggesting faces. But if you want another theme, go for it. And you do not have to use scissors. See Daisy tearing the paper. Go for it, girl. And my other suggestion is cut a lot of things out first. Don't start gluing right away. Collecting supplies. Is this the magazine? No, it's in here. This is last one. The style section is all of that. Women in my age bracket. New style section. They all had, $3,000 outfits on them. So they were style settings. Well, we're glad you're back. Start your and your family's all good. What? Very well. Yeah, I know that's indeed. But I will be back. There will be an art class next week, but then three classes in May. And then we'll make them up in June. Library. No. Okay. Will be announcements about the antibiotics we go. There is going to be a future for art, not me. Name.
And the antithesis of this is. You don't stick to.
Yeah, it's very different.
No, this is Margaret Taylor.
Oh, you're right. And she looked like Jennifer Aniston. Eyes, nobody would have the eyes. But it is Marjorie.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Wow, what a close up they did on.
That was an interesting article. This is a pretty smart.
Really? And what would you do with it?
Basically, that sped up the whole posture of them. I mean, she's still conservative.
I'm fed up with her. She did so much there. And now it's Mayor Clark. In the same way. Tucker called. Now, he's like, well, we need you at the same podcast. That's what I thought.
Oh, what about? Are you fine for color? You've done it for your thing. Okay. Daisy, have you done art before, or is this your first?
Well, so this is my first like art design college.
Oh, wow.
My daughter loves art, and I'm this is my that's a lot of
On
fun.
the other part is the
I really like it's funny that I give it a business. Oh, about tearing something up that's really good too.
There's a lot about tearing stuff. That's still.
I feel that way about probably like I do. But other like drawing, I really don't know.
Well, we will have some drawings. I will try and make those too.
But I figure whatever I can learn here, I can take to for people.
Feel free to add art history facts at any time, because I am not an art historian. I welcome any. I love learning new things.
I would call it, you know, like see what's happening.
I heard about it very well.
No, so I took only one class in art history.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
a history major, but I just kind of walked around.
Ah, okay. Sounds like my college career.
Yeah.
Like that some of you are starting with the colored paper as your background. That is an option. You don't have to. Some of you are drawing shapes that you are collaging on top of. That's another way to go. That's another approach. Draw a shape to use as a framework. Like if faces are your thing, you could just start with an oval and work within the oval. It's kind of a guiding framework.
Oh, thank you.
Joy, this is Daisy. Daisy. I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot to put the picture up. Is that what you're telling me, Laura? Yeah, sorry. Sorry, folks at home. I completely forgot to put the beard and picture up.
Yeah.
This one is my personal favorite. From the ones I have in my folder. The last time we looked at Bearden, we were looking at his watercolors from St. Martin. I don't know if folks remember, but I think it was last August when vacation was our theme. Just going to step out for a moment, everyone. I will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Bigger, I think oil.
Nice little frame.
Then I can like. Be that so.
You could if you want, or just leave it on. It's up to you.
I like that idea. I don't know if it probably.
Kind of, the frame really helps you focus on. It really draws the eye in.
Like,
You might want to, next time, even cut up the letters individually and think about them in shapes, not word. That might be fun. Oh, sure. Yes. Maybe.
I work with I work with you.
Yeah, used like.
These are great, yeah.
The seed is too.
oh, that's a good, yeah.
I'm sure. Unless you like that. Beautiful color. It looks with your colors.
I'm gonna use that.
God, not with stuff.
And then,
I'm sorry, I said I'm mostly writer. And then I do a little bit of. And that. I don't have more, I don't have those, but dry. Oh, yeah.
And you write, you spend time.
Yeah. Right now, I'm reading this book. Figure it out. All right. My daughter too. Oh. Yeah, I mean, this is so last and it's like it really is. Yeah. That's just long. And I would cover up the color. Some of the work. What's that? Yeah, so maybe put more faces. I don't know, maybe. You're the artist.
I'm looking for anybody up here.
No, I have no.
How long?
What's Spike said? We came to volunteer.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
good, yes.
Oh,
You have fun?
yeah, it was nice. It was really easy, nice, doing big stuff. I didn't
So
say,
fun.
oh, here, yeah, yeah. Like, oh, it's, but I just, but I said, it's all, we should start, Yeah. So that was- thank you. So I didn't really do that, now we don't have, but you know, I love glitter. Oh, squash. Sort of some gluing stuff together too. I really like what collage. That's true. In the very beginning, some part of your speech is gonna be a black human being. And oh, good, 6 words, 6 things. So, and then that's, that's, all these things, the tip of the guitar, the tuning, the keys. So anyway, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have to find 3 more guys who learn. So there's 7 guys and they have 2 balls. Yeah. Well, actually, maybe one of them is lost. That's yeah. Yeah. No. All good. And then I got, yeah, so. Yeah. I like it because it's so dual, no bullshit. This is
Brooks, it's in your face.
yeah. What do you need? What do you think she needs to send?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. And these things sound like great. My partner Bruce, we always have a joke about lurking. Gosh, oh, we lurk. It's so perfect. It's like the night people and the outsiders and everything society supposed to do, they did, or they do. I mean, like, yeah, great. And that photo, I was gonna say something, but I couldn't. I love how it's very realistic, but the mask at the same time. It can be realistic
And yet, absolutely.
yeah, exactly. I got a cat on your outside. I do. Is that like houndstooth or something?
Yeah.
And the way
It's like a wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what did you found? You made it natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
But and he is, a lot of the doctors do like surgery, going on. I did, then I'll find out that it's. Yeah, so if it was the big guy, I mean, I said, it's great, I mean, it's separate, right? Oh, and then if I have 2 feet, I'm asking, like, what went on here in Wheelock is, one of the dead was just using the fishes, which is a stone stuff in the right way. You know? Well, there is.
My husband, oh, bird birds.
Oh, wow.
Why?
Wow. Wow.
Way
Wow.
back.
Wow.
That-
Yeah,
I never heard him play.
well, there's a foundation.
I didn't know that.
No, so the disease Gillespie Foundation. Yeah, and a lot of the doctors.
So they get
They get free,
treatment.
yeah,
Great.
yeah. The jazz musicians like.
The way-
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. This is a bill of free available. And going to another studio.
And Bob Sinatra, was it Inglewood or was it, where did they pass? Was it? Was he the Edgewater?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, I know, yeah, he was, he was made over at the rest of town, but he was young, but I went to, the Hoboken Historical Museum yesterday, and I saw your friend out, and, there was a film in the back.
That's when they're.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that for the first time.
Yeah.
If you go to Rio, it's going
Oh,
up.
God.
Yeah.
That's a sanctuary.
I have
so
some
much, right?
Rio, so I used to go over to the 3 hour barrel bars. Couldn't find the big streets. Whole women. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. In all different places. And you come to it. It's good, did. No, in my way, I think it's for Daisy too. I think that's for. There should be a little more. The attorneys often use together, and of course it's with your. If you, I think it's worth that.
Okay. Check my email. 1 second.
So I happen to be in the hospital. So I usually take the stairs and throw everybody running and I'm like. I drove from, I said, no, I only take the stairs. You didn't do it on me. Didn't do it on me, that would be over, you just stop. Something's.
Very nice.
So funny. For 1 year. I'm not too. No.
guess I'm just gonna keep going because I don't want to start sleeping. Oops, I'm so sorry. Right.
Somebody have a new boost if they're willing to share. You don't want to make a second.
Oh,
Oh, you already made this.
very short.
It teach you a very relaxing drawing. It's called line time. Let me go and fix it. I am making a public address. You can take magazines with you, Susan. I don't want to carry them. My card this morning was so heavy, it was my realized. Till I got it out the door.
Even in the book carrier, maybe we could use them another time.
Well, that's a good idea. But anyone who's really inspired to do collage on your own at home, feel free to take some magazines with you. Or need a chair. Oh, or if you're willing to stay, in fact.
Somebody needs hair. Oh, yeah, I got it. Oh, you have it.
This is really good. But you're getting the idea now,
Yeah.
what collage is about. You want to create this career. You can keep building out.
Yeah. I think I like exactly what that. Break it down just a little bit more.
Although. Yeah, I'm a little over 50. So fine contour is what artists have been doing for centuries. It's a way to make yourself see what's been done. Are you writing? So you basically from the mind, if you're not looking at looking at the object you're drawing. You use line. You don't ever look. So I'm looking at all of them. And very slowly. And what would be your guess? If you were drawing those steps.
That's your signature.
Really second. So I'm not looking for, I have no idea
Beautiful.
But I am looking, learning to see
The friends, she studied a couple of courses, friends who were beautiful. You had a beautiful.
that is the way to learn how to draw realism. And every art class I took, drawing class, I took many in my short little life. You're always directly doing it. It's a warm. Based on learning and thinking. Always do warm up first. So try this. You can do any object, but the more complex the object is, which is why people classically study, the better. Yes, your brain is really fiercely focused on the more complicated. But the whole key to doing this correctly is to not look at the paper. And that's why I turn my body parallel to the head. Then I can't cheat. So try. And see how long you can stay. When I teach it, and they can oh, they go always. And they rush. Draw slowly. It's like pretend you're an inch one. Inch along lines. Right, we have about 15 minutes till clean up. If you don't finish gluing everything down, you take a piece of paper and fold it and make a little envelope. And put all your pieces into the envelope to take home with you. I can't let you take the glue sticks, however, but you can buy glue sticks in any supermarket in America. Folks at home, I never did check on you. What kind of a teacher am I? Robin, you good? Looks like, is Margot still there? No. Susan, you good?
I'll send you something.
Okay, good. I do leave tomorrow, just so you know, and I'm not bringing my laptop. But
Okay.
I do get emails on my phone, depending on where Wi-Fi, I will have Wi-Fi in the place where I'm staying, but I don't know what kind of access I'm gonna have elsewhere.
Okay, good. Have a great trip.
Thank you.
It's going to be amazing.
It will. It will. But do send me images. I'll be checking in today and tomorrow. Those of you who have been trying collage with me for a while, do you feel a little more conversant with collage? You like it? Okay, good. I heard one positive comment. You're here for me.
Liz, I love collage, but what I'm doing today, because of what you showed us with the artist, is completely different. So I'm really happy.
You're doing it a new and different way.
New and different ways. So thanks for the class. Really cool, really good.
Glad to hear it, Robin.
She was watching. And calling out money.
That's the cute boots. Cute boots. What? I'm coming to you.
She thinks she had one thing that's wrong with it. And it's just fine. And she went from
Yeah,
that, so
yeah.
she went all up with it.
Yeah.
She came from Wales. There's also the jazz musicians who are appreciated. Yeah, you know, I enjoy what I say.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
And then I have all white walls. I got blue. I got blue. Much harder. I did see something. Bags with seriously. I have the old Grecian molding.
Yeah.
I love it.
No.
Yeah. Oh, more fish and sounds good. Yeah, I love it. The problem with still, you know, 100 years old, so once you reform something.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay, you say you have some other books that's in there.
No, I just want the,
Yeah.
so I'm happy with that. So,
Yeah.
I like that. We all know when.
Liz, what you said, there about, we just have to have.
Yeah, double citation.
Oh, yeah, when I was drawing out the, I guess.
I was teaching her how to do blind contour.
Oh, no, it's an art.
Great. Very relaxing.
Oh,
Very meditative. You want me to teach you?
Is it art or is it for relaxing?
It's both.
Sure.
I take the bus.
It is an art to reading it, but the side effect is very meditative. I don't have enough time for you to teach you today, but when you come back, you can look at us. Line contour.
Line
L-I-N-E, line.
Yeah, that's actually. It's all related.
Find it immediately.
I
I don't know, I've never looked it up. But it's really wonderful. I love it. I'm not sure that works. Right on your hand. This is a little. I think we should start doing these little bits again. Really hard.
Yeah. When they get Nancy. Yeah, no, they can't. Stuff.
I didn't know if I could say the thing.
That is all.
Yeah.
No,
But
but
I was,
yeah. I try to be, I yeah, yeah, you know, so. No, I'm, salary. Oh, you know. What place this? Me. Okay. Well, Sunday, Saturday, yeah. The little girl, she. I did come see some.
I was-
Oh,
yeah, I was very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like people are winding down, but we still have a good 6 minutes to go. You don't have to stop working yet. Try and stay focused if you're not finished. Daisy, do you want to be on my email list?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going for 2 weeks, so it won't be any. So you might want to write your email address in this paper and give it to me. Those of you who have not been receiving my emails, you know, either I couldn't read your email address and you might want to give it to me again to add to my contacts, or you might want to check your spam.
Have a wonderful trip.
Yeah.
Don't miss you. Have a
Ah.
wonderful trip.
When do you leave?
I miss you guys
When do you leave?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Oh, right.
Exciting. Whoa.
I'm going to Venice.
Nice.
Wow,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the best way to go. A work thing, you know.
Yeah.
Shorts. I couldn't find the pictures big enough to do that, but I thought I put a whole bunch of.
But I need to, but-
Some places. So different.
Yeah.
Wow. And
Trying. I didn't understand the place thing.
When you get home, sometimes you're like. It's fun about it. It's almost like to do it.
Yeah. Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. Yeah, right. That's not a drive. That's what I know.
Get your inspiration here.
Yeah,
And it's
right on.
a rock band.
I don't want to lose this, so let me put this on my computer for our shooting. All right, so couple more minutes and we'll start sharing and cleaning. And then we'll call it a day.
Oh, I love you.
Yes, I have all those things.
She used to have a like thing. To take her out.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't know.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's crazy. It needs the scrap paper that will get to see.
Yes, yes. I always say that.
Yeah, exactly.
There was been.
Yeah.
Diane. Diana, Maureen. What's your name? Come on, nice to meet you. Finally. We should have done this again. Yes, yes.
All right, my dears.
I forgot to.
Is this jammed up or something?
Is he blurred out?
Now turn it all the way around. Also, yes.
I was gonna come up the chairs, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to see it there. I did a lot of work.
Yeah, I did a lot of work.
That's what you need to do. Oh, that's great. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm trying to, well, this is the work in progress.
Take magazines, because I am going to cycle a lot today. I don't want to take home. Yeah. All right. So folks at home, you get to share first today. Because you were last time. Oh, it looks like Robin, you may be it. Or is Susan? Susan's still here. Oh, Susan, you are it. Oh my gosh, look at my beautiful new necklace, everyone. Thank you so much. I love it. All the way from India, and it may travel all the way to Venice, Italy. It's true. I have a lot of teacher gifts. All right, Susan, you're on the big screen. Oh, there you go, Jay-Z.
No,
Looks
It's a
like
common-
Jay-Z.
it's a combination of three men.
Very cool. Is it finished or you're still working?
Yeah, I'm still working on it, but
All
it's
right.
almost done. It's almost done.
Send me JPEG, okay? If
Yep.
you can see it while I'm away, I will comment. Forgive me if I don't get back to you
Don't
immediately.
worry. Not to worry. Just have a great trip.
I love the African fabric that you're using. Is it fabric or paper that
It's fabric. I ordered some and I got these beautiful swatches that I absolutely adore.
you have to let me know where you order from?
Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. When you need it, you need it.
Yeah, but I had fun doing this. You know, I love collage and I love Romare Bearden, so it's perfect.
Perfect, perfect.
Thank you.
Super. Well done, Susan. Look at Susan's house as a gallery.
That's my refrigerator.
Awesome.
I don't
Right,
like
thank-
white space.
Why not? Use everything you've got.
Yep.
All right, so we are going to now come back to the library. Thank you for sharing, Susan and Daisy. Do you want to share? Come on up. Be careful of the wires here, please. Daisy is our newest student.
We can share it. Oh, okay.
Share both.
Nice.
So my first one is this.
Nice.
It says
Oh.
they overlooked things.
It's beautiful.
Awesome, really fits with Bearden's concept as well. Love it.
And then my second one is a work in progress.
Mm,
If you can
Yeah,
see.
this one is starting to really work.
Yeah.
yes,
So I'm gonna take some magazines home and finish that up.
that's great.
The hot pink back.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Right, Joy, you would be next in line. Thank you for sharing, Dave. Yeah. Which is true. Thank you. Oh, that wood. All right, Joy, you really got into the face.
Oh, wow. That's terrific. Beautiful.
That's great, Joy.
Great class. If you want me to do a real quick. This is, I have to catch a bus, so this
Yeah,
is,
who's up next? We don't
Yeah.
uh,
have to do
this
Mr.
is,
Webb.
Thelonious Monk. I'm like
Oh.
obsessed with like the bebop jazz era, so,
Oh, that's great.
yeah, thanks.
Back up a little bit, Diane, so we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
It's called
great.
Thelonious in Blue.
I love it.
Thank you,
Fabulous.
thank you.
The triangle.
Yeah, well, I try to, copy what we did today. Okay, have a great week. Or have a great class.
Yeah, getting safe.
Okay, nice to see everybody. Bye-bye. Yeah, I gotta catch that bus.
Thank you for sharing.
Okay, have a great trip.
Thank you. Yoko, you want to share? Sure.
A little bit of cheating, but it's the face of Africa.
Oh, bravo, Yoko. It's beautiful.
Yoko, are you done or you're gonna do more?
I might at home, but
I love the concept.
That's great. It's beautiful.
face of Africa.
Love the colors.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Miss Donna.
Oh, what have we done? Have a nice.
Like a
Oh, okay.
some kind of fashion thing with like the woods. I made all these greens and pinks. I was trying to get greens and pinks and
That's beautiful. Very nice.
It's Donna's theme.
Mm-hmm.
Those of you who worked on color theory with me, you remember
Mm-hmm.
are opposite on the color
Can't
wheel,
get it.
so this is coming along well.
We're up here.
Beautiful.
Okay, I'm working on it though. Green and pink.
And Annie is next.
Mine is a picture on my phone, so, because my pieces are not glued down.
So how do I?
I'm not sure. Hold there. We can see it. Lower your phone just a little bit.
There you go. Nice.
Very nice.
There you go.
Beautiful.
What was your main idea, Annie, when you started out?
Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I was just so naive, which is a joke. And that juxtaposed with Jessie Buckley, two very different women.
Yeah.
And one is the sorceress, and the other is, and the cook and the cooked. it's Rod is Taylor Greene.
Composition of your piece. I like the way the shapes, it's kind of top heavy, and then the way our eye is brought down to the slender legs. It's really an exciting way that you've arranged the shape.
Thank you.
So our eye is led from the top left-hand corner down to the bottom right-hand corner. It's very interesting layout. I like that very much.
It was fun.
Good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. Jackie did something very interesting.
Wow,
Cut out.
that's great.
I was cutting and layering. She cut out and put pictures underneath. Like she created windows.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, Van Gogh and his friends.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I love eyes. Eyes are weird.
Yeah, well, that's what collage does.
Or goodbye love. Goodbye love.
Oh my God.
And this piece is so interesting because compositionally it works when it really shouldn't. It does.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can put into words why, but there's a lot going on. And
Wow.
it all works well together. Yeah.
Wow. I'm just now seeing the guy at the bottom of the frame with his legs out.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess.
Is that my phone that's ringing?
Very nice.
Liz.
Oh, I'm not ready.
You know, well, showing unfinished work is a way to get good ideas.
I like your shirt. Flowery.
It's ringing. Looks like an Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
what I'm presenting here is my goals and how I see things in the future for myself and for others. And one of the things that we often forget or take for granted, I guess, is our health and
Mhm.
giving the gift of love. And also, we don't have enough time to do everything we wish to do or hope to do. And I love to play dominoes, so that's one of the things. And I think life sometimes is like playing dominoes.
Uh-huh.
So, you know what domino,
You're gonna fall.
how they're going to fall, and what the
Mhm.
outcome is going to be.
Wow. Terrific.
And health, very important, health.
Oh, gosh.
Strong color in your piece. I like that.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Right, Daniel.
Oh, that's great. Ah, I love it.
Nice.
Fabulous.
It's like, okay. Yeah. It's kinda-
That's great.
Very strong, as always been. Very strong.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Found it. It's great. Okay.
Mhm.
I use two paper, colored paper, and then that.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
In the stripe, I use the pastel. The stripe, this like this. Try to be Jasper Jones.
That's great. Ah,
And the circles too.
Yeah.
I'm glad you took advantage of the circular motif. That works really well.
And the geometrics of it is cool.
Yeah. Miss Eileen.
There's no deep message in this law.
Or doesn't always have to have a message.
I just was playing a lot, which I like to do.
oh, wow. Oh, that's great.
And you see the saying, it's still alive.
That's great. I love it.
Well done, Eileen. Very successful.
I was in, actually, we want to buy the colors, but you know.
Beard and
contrast colors.
Good. Good. I hope one day you get to see his work up close and personal. Everybody. The net has Beardens. You can go look at his work and hear him first. They're just phenomenal works of art. Maureen, you're next.
Okay, well, I'm a word person, so I focused on a lot of the things that were said in Liz's lecture in the poem. So I focused on the 7 cool guys at the pool hall. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are unnamed, and then there's my brother 5, and then Blossom 6, and then Very Cool 7. And I don't know if any of you know the Clash, the rock and roll band.
Yes.
Song called the Magnificent Seven. So those are the Magnificent Seven, the players. And then the other thing that Liz said in the beginning was, and being a Black human being. And I wrote that down. And then I thought, well, that's 6 words. How many strings on a guitar? 6. And that's Romare Bearden.
Uh,
Put it all together.
there you go.
Magnificent 7 cool dudes.
I like all the thought you put into it. Oh, thank you. All right.
I will add some color here later. Some faces.
Wow.
There you
Oh,
go.
wow. Very cool.
3
Very
women,
subtle.
women in all different places of the country and different countries and
Oh, nice.
individual, but all together.
Oh, sweet.
Mhm.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for another terrific class. Everyone did so well.
Thank you, Lorraine. Have a good trip.
Thank you. I will see you all in a few weeks.
Eat a lot of
With
pasta.
lots of stories. And I'm gonna be seeing a lot of art, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back super inspired.
Oh, you little congratulations again.
Well, it's I'm really proud of you.
Oh, yeah. What an honor.
It's a very big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Daniel.
Everyone.
Bye, Daniel.
I'm going to attend tomorrow.
Maybe I'll see you in the airport. Are you going out a new one? Yeah, I'll see you in the airport tomorrow. Thank you. Keep doing your art while I'm away, everybody. Art on. I will see you in a couple of weeks. Do art, see art, play with art. Art will change the world. Enjoy your time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.